He is Principal Secretary Industrial Training in state of Haryana. But his real introduction would be he was Chief Election Officer of Chandigarh during general election 2014, and he added some small but utility applications during that particular period. So we thought that we just request him to make a small presentation and give a thought. Thank you. Sir. Thank you. What are the security, etc. All those problems can be tackled, but how can we tackle a problem when we expect technology to work and it doesn't work exactly at that time? I really wonder about that.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. In fact, I would like to thank CDEC and Election Commission of India for allowing me to participate in this national conference on remote voting. And I'm really thankful to Election Commission of India because when I was CEO Chandigarh and we were holding this Lok Sabha election 2014, all election officers were given a lot of flexibility to experiment and introduce new practices or modify earlier practices and come up with new solutions to the processes which were in use. These elections were there, and Chandigarh is one constituency union territory. And normally when we talk of election, so three things are very, very important. We have voters data, that is voter list. And voter list is not very much different from Aadhaar fields. Voter list also has very limited, like Aadhaar has only 4 fields, name, date of birth, male, female, and address. Likewise, and biometric is same, fingerprints and iris. So biometric is not there, but data is same. So identification of voter is a major step. And then when we talk about identification, earlier system was that impersonation cases. To guard those cases, we always used to have candidate agent sitting in the polling station. So identification was done through that person. Yes, this person is such and such, and he may be allowed to vote. So that was one thing, and that required that all candidates can have their voting agent, that agent, poll agent, and if the number of candidates are more, then a lot of agents will be there in the each polling station. The other important aspect of voting, which is a major concern, is secrecy of voting. Secrecy of voting means confidentiality, whom I have voted. And we know the cases of selling of vote and taking payment or giving threats and all. So this becomes a very, very important aspect that whomsoever I vote, it should remain confidential, and the process which is there is all manual basically. All identification is a voter list is there. This is on paper, and we identify voter. In Chandigarh, we tried to use computers and make use of digital technology, and try to keep all the record on computers. So what we did was that for each polling station, voter list was downloaded on the computer that was installed in that polling station, and voter identification was done using new tools like biometric identification in one polling station. And then we use scanners for around 20 polling stations, and at other places the identification work was done by feeding the voter ID identity card number or serial number. So in this polling station where the biometric identification was done, we actually captured biometric thumb impression of almost 450 voters. And this was seeded with the record of those the voters. And when the voter will come on the polling station to cast his or her vote, then he will just put the biometric, his thumb on the biometric machine, and immediately on the screen, on the monitor, will see the detail of that voter. The detail will appear, and the voter, the agents who are sitting there, they will identify that yes, this person is such and such, and the person is allowed to go and cast his or her vote. That was the procedure. The solution which we developed were very simple, and we tried to keep this total process, which was digital process, as simple as possible. So identification was done through biometric thumb impression, and then casting of vote was done. That was not implemented. Identification was actually implemented in Chandigarh, because casting of vote using digital technology solution was prepared, software has been prepared, but it could not be implemented because there is a legal provision, a legal requirement will be there to change the law. So, but solution, and that is what I want to demonstrate here, that what exactly we did during the day, on the day of polling, and what solution we developed for that. For that, I have taken this, I'll actually demonstrate by showing you the biometric this simple biometric instrument machine was used, and we in today's presentation, I have actually taken 10 biometric enrollment. 10 candidates, and the biometric have been captured. First 10 candidates, the biometric capturing has been done by thumb. For that voter Anita Devi, right hand thumb impression has been seeded with that for that candidate. So if the candidate comes and she puts this impression I have taken, and she puts her thumb on the biometric machine, then the so we will verify that particular candidate. For verification, she will come and put her thumb impression on this machine. Immediately her details will appear on the touch screen monitor. Connectivity is taking some time. So immediately after putting this thumb impression, the detail will come on the monitor, and once we say OK, the details are confirmed, the ballot paper will appear on the touchscreen monitor. Means all those candidates, they will, with photographs of the candidate, symbol of the party for whom, and name of the party. All these three things will be on the touchscreen monitor, and the voter will be requested to make his or her choice of candidate. By touching that particular candidate or symbol, he makes her choice. The screen will change and now enlarge the choice which she has put and ask the voter to confirm. Now, once the moment the voter confirms, the vote is cast. So this has actually been done, and once the voting has been done, all data is stored digitally and it is communicated to the main server where the counting record is maintained, and all statistics will be on our server. While we were designing this software, of course, security concerns were not very large. For identification of voter, since it was implemented through NIC, so security concerns were taken care. But the software, because this software regarding casting of vote was not implemented, therefore security concerns were not taken. But what the idea was to keep these things as simple as possible and devise a new program. Touch screen monitor is not very costly these days and it is easily available, and therefore it is not a restriction to use touch screen monitors. It solves your problem of not using having printed voters ballot paper. So that is taken care. Now touch screen monitor also makes the benefit. Biometric identification takes care of indelible ink. Now you don't have to put in indelible ink on thumb of the person, or finger of the person. The thing is that touch screen monitor is very simple to use, even a rural guy, because then he doesn't have to read anything. Photograph of the candidate is there, he has to just touch the screen and he can cast, the person can cast his vote. So there is not much of a requirement of person to be literate or computer savvy. So these were some of the advantages. I'll just make one more try to actually demonstrate this soft polling. In my view, this has been reached after a lot of discussion with my colleagues, is that the voting, remote voting can be there only in case we have designated centers. It is not that at this moment it can be allowed on internet voting, because in India we know that while voting I can always ask my candidate agent to sit with me and show him that yes, I am voting for you. But in designated voting centers, say I am in Calcutta, I can be at Calcutta, but my vote is in Chandigarh. The moment I put in my voter identity number, say voter identity number, or biometrically I identify myself, the system can find out that I am registered at Chandigarh, and the Chandigarh ballot paper will appear on my monitor, and then the casting of vote can be done. So designated centers will be required, will be the requirement of this. I think it's not responding, therefore.
So thank you.
So, right.
Thank you, Anil ji. Thank you very much.